welcome to your March 2017 reading with me, Anushka. Right, so March, this is all about health and self-care and your day-to-day routine. We've got Venus going retrograde this month, which is going to be really interesting for all of us. So to start off with, you have got the Moon, Venus, Mars and Uranus all in your 6th house. So there might be a lot of activity around day-to-day stuff, and you might be feeling the need to shake up whatever your health routine is. Are you looking after yourself well enough? Are you getting the sleep you need, getting the vitamins and nutrients you need? Are you exercising enough? How are you feeling in your body? How is your day-to-day life going? Is it flowing, or are you finding difficulty and upset there? Having Uranus there in the 6th house can mean that sometimes it's hard to get into a routine. Sometimes it feels like we're constantly having surprises thrown at us and our schedule is constantly being thrown about. So that can actually mean that we end up not taking as good care of ourselves as we need to. But for you this month, it's really important, I think, to place the emphasis on health and well-being and healing your body, because this is going to give you a lot of support for all the things that you're going to be looking at over the next 6 months to a year, you know, if you get your health shored up, and you've got a lot of support to do that. On the 3rd, we have got Jupiter, which is opposing Uranus now. Jupiter is in your 12th house, and Uranus, like I said, is in your 6th house. It could be that there are some unfulfilled dreams that you want to see kind of to fruition in terms of your work. There could be a sense of wanting to kind of break free of the everyday routine, wanting to escape it. Be aware, be careful of any escapism. That's one thing I would be mindful of and look out for. But there might be a feeling of like feeling slightly restricted. Especially with all this energy in the 6th house, you know, because it is about details and day-to-day, you might be feeling a bit restricted, and you might just be thinking, oh my God, I just want some freedom, I just want to break free, I don't want to deal with all of this stuff. But the irony in that is that actually, once you get your health and your day-to-day routine sorted, you might actually feel like you have the energy for more freedom, and you might actually find that leads you down new and different roads. It's almost like you've got to get your structure in place before you can go off and have adventure and have freedom. You know, we can't just have freedom and adventure with nothing to support us, with no foundation, because otherwise, you know, where do we end up? It becomes a mess. So that could be the ironic thing with that, is that you might need to get structure and your foundations right before you can experience that freedom. But you might just feel a little bit of tension surrounding that on the 3rd. On the 4th is when Venus actually goes retrograde. So here she's going to be going retrograde until the 15th of April. So what this is going to do is it's going to cause you to, like I said, look at your health habits, your work habits, and how you take care of yourself, and whether are you putting everyone before you? Are you taking care of everybody else's needs and not your own? Do you have enough energy for yourself? This is a really good time to do some research into if there's something, a particular ache or pain or thing that's been bothering you, or if you've been suffering from insomnia or something, you know, this is a good time to do some research and see how you can better take care of yourself and give yourself a bit more TLC. And this is just going to strengthen you up. I mean, you're such a powerful sign anyway. But I feel like Scorpios, you're so powerful and you're so deep and you're so intuitive, and you really are on those, like, you're carried on those waters of intuition and the psyche. Sometimes, I have noticed this, I have strong Scorpio in my chart too, sometimes we can be inclined to forget about the physical body. Because we feel so strong on the inside, we're so powerful, we almost forget, hang on a minute, I live in a human body that is actually, can be quite fragile and requires a lot of care. So this is a really good time to put that energy into that, and you are great at healing. So if you can use that healing on yourself, then that would be fantastic. On the 10th, Mars, which is your old ruling planet, it moves into Taurus, into your 7th house. So you might be feeling a bit of drive towards meeting somebody new, meeting new people. You might be thinking a little bit about love. There might be a bit of flirtation. If you're in a partnership, things might hot up a bit there. Might be a little bit of passion. So that would be that's kind of quite nice. Enjoy that. On the 11th, we have got Mercury conjunct Chiron, and that's in Pisces, in your 5th house. So if there are any issues to do with love that come up, maybe you have a conversation, maybe somebody makes a remark and it hits you where it hurts. It could be a loved one, it could be a loved one, it could be someone you're in a relationship with. There could be something to heal. There could be something that comes up on the 11th just to heal surrounding love, and that might actually relate to your self-care. It could be that the reason you're having to look at self-care and how you look after yourself and self-love is because maybe there was something that happened in your childhood, or maybe something that happened in a love relationship that made you think you weren't worthy and weren't good enough, and so you put your own self-care and your own self-parenting and self-nurturing on the back burner. So something could come up on the 11th which causes you to have a look at that and heal that. On the 12th, we have a full moon in Virgo, and that is in your 11th house. So that's trimed by Pluto, and Pluto, where is Pluto? Pluto's in your 3rd house. So you could have a really fun time on the 12th with friends, communicating with friends and groups of people. It might be a nice night to go out and enjoy yourself, and there could be an interesting encounter. It could be that you bump into an old flame. It could be that you meet somebody quite, I don't know, that you're quite attracted to, or yeah, somebody could spark. There could be, I feel like something could happen if you go out this night. I don't know what night it will be. I think it might be a Saturday or a Sunday. So it would be a good night to go out, to socialize, to have fun, to be around groups of people. Obviously, just don't take it too far. Remember that self-care thing. But there could be something that happens that sparks your interest. Maybe you meet somebody, maybe something a little bit strange happens, you know, some sort of coincidence or some sign, you know, that shows you a little bit more about yourself and how you feel about yourself, and it just sheds some light on something like that. I'm not too sure. You'll have to tell me if you do go out and something happens. Right, on the 13th, we've got Mercury entering also your 6th house. So once again, you're thinking about the day-to-day, your routine, your health, your body, how you take care of yourself. This is just so highlighted for you at the moment, and it's because you're meant to be looking at this. You're meant to be healing this so you can move forward physically stronger, healthier, because if we don't have our health, then really what do we have? If we don't have health, we don't have the energy to go after the things we want in order to have the life we want. So it's so important. And then we have on the 20th, the sun then goes into your 6th house. So this is even more energy there, more focus there. It's just your 6th house is just completely lit up. And it's followed by, on the 25th, the sun conjuncting Venus. And this could be a day where, if you've been taking care of yourself, you start to feel really good. Maybe somebody appreciates the way you look. Maybe somebody's like, they notice that you've been like doing a lot of self-care, and like, wow, you're really glowing today. You know, there could be some kind of, you could go to the doctors if you've been suffering from something, and maybe they say to you, actually, do you know what, it's gone away, it's healed, you know. This is a nice healing aspect in this area of your chart. And on the 27th, a few days later, you've got a new moon in the same part of your sky. So we're talking about fresh starts now. So it's almost as though it's almost as though you're rebooting now. You're rebooting your body, you're rebooting your day-to-day, your daily activities, and it's all getting all this positive energy. I feel like the work you do from the beginning of the month to the 20th, if you're looking after yourself, if you're trying to keep on top of your daily routine, your health habits, if you're being kind to yourself, then by the 20th you'll start to see that pay off. You'll start to feel so much better. And that's lovely, because if you live in the northern hemisphere, then that's taking you into spring, you know, and and you're going to go into spring feeling physically strong, physically fit, and really good about yourself, and that would be great. On the 29th, we've got Mercury trine Saturn, and Saturn is in your second house, so it's in your house of resources. And so you could be feeling like there could be some sort of support that comes in terms of resources. It could be that somebody comes in and helps you with your day-to-day routine. It could be that someone gives you an idea, or you get a message as to how to make your self-care routine more empowered. It could be that if you've had an issue with something medically, and you just haven't known how to get rid of it, it could be that a message comes through that is really set, that really gets through to the truth of what's going on, and that helps you heal. So that would be interesting. And then on the 31st, Mercury goes into Taurus, so it follows Mars into your 7th house. So that's more thinking about relationships, and that's where you're going to go. You will end up going more towards the whole relationship side of things in April. And, with Venus retrograde, that fits, because we're all going to be rethinking love. We're all going to be experiencing different things in love. And so it could be that you end up meeting somebody through work who comes into your life, a lover, or it could be an ex comes into your life, But we're all going to be rethinking things to do with love. But first, it looks to me as though the universe is basically saying to you, you need to get your health, your well-being, your structure, and your foundations in order, because how can you give to anyone else? How can you be a good partner to anyone else? How can you have the energy for anyone else unless you first have the energy for you? So thank you so much for watching, Scorpio. It's been lovely to talk to you, and just to let you know, I am doing a full reading giveaway, and if you click this little link up here, then you can enter your details and tell me what kind of reading you'd like. They're all available on my website, and I will enter you into the chance to get a reading from me for free. And the competition closes on the 15th of March, and basically, you'll get a free reading, and I'll be doing the readings over this month and next month, depending on our schedules. But it's my way of introducing myself to the YouTube community, because I'm quite new here. I've been doing astrology for quite a while, but I'm finally getting myself out into the world. So, enter, and good luck. Okay, thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.